Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of 60 Formula. We are going live tonight, hanging out with Gila and Britney Spears right here. Now we're going to be giving them some good old treats because they've been waiting. Tonight we're going to be doing a question and answer for you guys. If you guys have any questions about your Huskies, this is the time to be asking them. So, if you guys have anything you want to ask me, don't hold back. How's it going? There you go. Good girl. Good girl. You guys want another one? Want to do some tricks? Say them well. Boom. Here, you want one? Yeah, you want one? Come here. Come here. Hey, Lauren. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the live stream. Hope you're doing well tonight. We're just hanging out. We're going to do some question and answer stuff, and we're giving the Huskies some treats. Just going to be hanging out and taking it easy. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Gila, speak. Sit. Good girl. There you go. There you go. There you go. Lauren, you have a Husky puppy. That's awesome. How old is your Husky? What did you name it? Hey, Lobo, welcome to the live stream. Hey, Peyton, what's up? Hey, hold on. We didn't even do a trick yet. We got to come over here. Come on. Come on. All right, sit. No, mister. No, mister. Sit. Sit. Britney Spears is like, give me the treat. Give me the treat. I need it. Sit down. Give me paw. No, not you. Just Britney Spears. Sit. Happy Thanksgiving, Peyton. Paw. Give me paw. Good boy. That's a good boy. That's a good boy. Robbie, you have a 4-month red Husky. That sounds amazingly beautiful. I would love to have a redhead in the family, in the 60 Formula family. You want a redhead? You want to get like a brother? Hey, Kitty, welcome to the live stream. Thanks for watching all the videos. We really appreciate you guys watching and supporting us so much. It means Hold on, let me talk. I'm the talker. You guys don't talk. I'm the talker. You guys do all the tricks. There you go, girl. You're a good girl. Mason, welcome to the live stream. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight. We really appreciate you. Peyton, thank you. I really appreciate you. We're going to be answering some questions here in a minute. I'm just feeding the pups some treats because I busted them out, and you can't bust out treats when you have a Husky and not give it to them. Or this is what you get. You get some craziness. Can I get a paw? Good boy. Can you speak? Good boy. That's a good boy. Oh, my goodness. Chelsea, welcome to the live stream. You did just become a patron today. Thank you so much. We actually just saw that, so shout out to Chelsea. Thank you. That means the world to Britney Spears and Gila. Paul, say thank you. Speak. Good girl. Say thank you. Here's your treat. That's a good girl. Yes, Chelsea, thank you so much. We really appreciate you again. Thank you so much, and welcome to the live stream. We're just hanging out, doing stuff, feeding treats to the little fluff. Sit down. Sit down, you little excited crazy bear. There you go. Oh, Kevin, thanks so much. I really appreciate the kind words. You rock and roll. Thank you so much. Look at Gila. She's like, I can't wait. Okay, this is the last treat. So you got to do something. You got to do something cool. Come here. Come here. Sit. Lay down. Roll. Other way. Good girl. That's a good girl. You did a good job. I think my finger was in the way right there. No, I hope not. I hope you guys saw that roll action. How active are Huskies? Like, how many walks or runs do they need a day? Good question. I try and bring each of my Huskies to the dog park like every other day. Not every day, but every other day is probably pretty good. Let them run off some steam for like an hour or so. They go crazy like they are race dogs. It's awesome to watch. But if you're not going to a dog park on a regular basis, maybe there's not a dog park next to you, a walk or two a day plus maybe a jog jog is probably good enough. Once you go running with your Huskies, like let's say you go skateboarding or you go running, when you come home after like 45 minutes, they're gonna be pretty tired out. They're gonna be tuckered, so they're gonna be sitting around, sleeping and chilling for a while, but it won't be long before they wake back up and they're gonna wanna do some more exercising. And those walks in between the day, when like in between all the running, is gonna really help you out. So my like advice would be to wake up in the morning, go ahead and put your Husky on the leash, take him for a little walk, and midday let him go for a run, and then at the end of the day, I'd take him for another walk. That's probably a good like little strategy right there to go with when it comes to exercising your Huskies. If you're not skateboarding with them, if you're not jogging, if you're not going on hikes up mountains and all that good stuff, then you know what? A couple walks a day is gonna help you out. It's gonna become your best friend. Isn't that right, lady? Isn't that right? How can you help a puppy to stop peeing when getting excited? Lauren, that's a good question. I would ask if you do have a Husky that is getting really excited and pees when you come up to it, I would ask you, how old is your Husko? If your Husky is pretty young, then that's kind of normal. They're gonna be doing that for a little bit. What's up, buddy? Can I get paw? Can I get paw? Can I get paw? Good boy. So if your Husky is young, I would expect that kind of behavior. Less than 3 months, totally normal. That will go away with time. Little baby Huskaroonie pizzas, they really get excited sometimes, and they do a little bit of tinkling on the flow. I know Gila, when she was little, she used to tinkle all the time whenever she would get overly excited. In fact, sometimes if they get nervous, even at this age, they still tinkle a little bit. It's just like they get excited. They're like, oh my God. Just like a little bit comes out. So don't worry about it. If it happens, just grab like a rag or something, wipe it up. You're gonna be good. I need help finding a trusted vet. Lobo, that's a great question. I would go on to Googs. That's the Google. You know what I'm talking about? The GOOGLE.com, and I would look up the best vets in your area and then basically go through all of the reviews. See which vet is the best. You can also go to pet stores and like ask the people there, hey, what is the best veterinarian that you've heard about that lives in this area? And they'll basically give you the best advice that they can. They'll say, hey, we've heard this doctor is good, because they have people coming into pet stores all the time saying this vet is good and this vet is good. So they probably have a little bit of knowledge on where you can go if you're looking for a qualified vet. But in my opinion, I would do your own research, get on the computer and look stuff up, and that would be the best way to go. Now I wanna show you guys something real quick. Let's walk down the hall here. Da-da-da-da. So at the very end of the hall, this is where we've put all of the toys. Now you guys are wondering, how many toys does a Husky need? Infinite. An infinite amount of toys. You see this basket right here? There's not a bottom to it. It just goes into a black hole of abyss. And they keep taking stuff out and it never ends. And I'm like, when will the toy madness be over? And my Huskies keep saying, Dad, never. This is life now. Look, here's a rope. Where did the rope come from? Do your Huskos know how to heel? No, they don't. Not properly. I have to work on that with them to properly heel. We're still in a crazy run amok mode when it comes to going on walks. Now, Gila, she knows how to properly walk. She knows how to walk like a human. She can stand by me. We can walk like normal people. It's like, okay, 1, 2. But Britney Spears, he's absolutely a mad lad. He goes nuts and he runs so fast. It's really hard. I have to teach him to calm down a little bit. Okay, we're getting crazy. Are we gonna eat dinner? Are we gonna eat dinner? Oh, ho, 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 ho. I just said the dinner word, didn't I? They're like, come on, bro. Don't tempt me with that deliciousness. how to get your Husky to speak more. Mine stays pretty quiet. There's a lot of people online who are like, I have never heard a Husky bark in my life. And I'm like, well, then you have not met my Huskies, my friend, because these two, they never stop talking. Look at this tug of war action going on. If you want to get your dog to speak a little bit more, I'm gonna be having a video come out really soon about that. It's gonna be really helpful for you guys looking to get your dog to talk a little bit better. But I'll give you a little bit of hints right now. If you can get your pup to make some noise, then go ahead and treat your dog for every time they do that. So basically, if you hold a treat above your dog's head and you say, speak, speak, the more times you entice them to do that, they're gonna start making these little whiny noises like, because they're gonna get really agitated that they're not getting a treat. That is when you reward, when they make a tiny baby noise. They don't even have to bark at first. All they have to do is make a tiny noise, you reward that behavior, and then you just keep progressing from there. Whoa, he's got the rope. Britney Spears has got the rope. There's absolutely no traction on a hardwood floor. It's basically like putting two Huskies on a piece of ice. It's hilarious. What are you guys doing? Come on, in here. Let's go. You're very welcome, Matt. Thanks so much for coming and hanging out with us tonight. We really appreciate you. I want to say, if I can get it out, these guys are going crazy. I want to say a special thank you to all our new patrons. We have a few new patrons that we've got over the past couple days, and we are really, really appreciative towards you. We promise to make the best content every single day so that you guys are entertained and well-informed at the same time. It's kind of like a kill two birds with one stone, except on this channel, we don't kill anything. We're just bringing you all the facts and all the fun, if you know what I'm saying. And you guys, all the people, everyone, even if you're not a patron and you just come and you hang out, you ask questions, you help people, you hit the thumbs up and you subscribe and you say stuff and you view it, that is what helps us so much. So thank you. Why am I pointing that way? Thank you to everyone out there right now watching the stream, hanging out with us on a daily basis. You guys are the coolest people I have ever met in my life. If I could shake every one of your hands, I promise I would, and I would let both Britney Spears and Gila give you one big high five. So thank you so much one more time. Is there any red flags I should be looking out for when deciding for a vet? Because I am really concerned. Don't be super concerned. I would just make sure, if you want to look for a vet and you want to be really serious about it, go and talk to that vet. If you find a vet you think that you want to start a relationship with, go and talk to them. Have a one-on-one conversation with the vet. You don't have to bring your dog there immediately. See if you like them. Maybe you don't like their personality. Maybe you think they're just all about the money. If you ask them questions and they seem passionate, that's probably gonna be the vet for you. Now, I will say this, a lot of vets out there, they have their own viewpoints and opinions, so they're gonna say, hey, you shouldn't do this with your dog. Or, hey, you should totally do this with your dog. Or, hey, make sure you spay your dog after this amount of time. Make sure you neuter your dog after this amount of time. It's gonna be basically different depending on what vet you go to. They're all educated differently. They all say different things. And most of the time, I'm gonna be honest with you, there's no wrong answer. So many people on a regular basis speculate about dogs. Is an alpha really a thing? The guy who wrote the paper, he tore it apart. Is this a thing? There's so many different speculations about dogs. What you need to do as a dog owner, as someone who owns a fur baby, is you need to do the education and the research yourself. You need to make your mind super strong, and you need to make the decisions on what you think is best for your pup. It's kind of like children. You know what I'm saying? There's no right or wrong way to raise your child, but there but there is a crossroad where people say, hey, this is what you should do, and this is what you shouldn't do, and this is where you will have to make those decisions. Sometimes I can bring those topics to the table here on the channel, but I'm never gonna be able to help you guys decide for yourselves what is best for your dog. That's all up to you. I'm just gonna shove you guys in the right direction, and if you wanna go that way, that's your prerogative. But we're just here to inform and educate. Just want to let you guys know that. Let's see. Let me get to the last little live chat thingy. Live chat. No, don't go away. Don't go away. It keeps going away. Have your two dogs ever fought? That's a pretty good question. My female, Miss Gila over here, she has some guarding issues. So every once in a while, she likes to steal toys and be a little robber, a little thief over here. And she just likes to boss Britney Spears around all the time. Now, Britney Spears, he's a little beta. He pretty much takes all the damage that he can take. But every once in a while, they get into a tussle. He's like, dude, I'm not taking it anymore. I'm not gonna take your stuff. And I have to separate them. They've never really gotten into a crazy fight, nothing where they're like drawing blood or anything like that. I don't ever let that happen. I'm almost always in like line to be in supervision. I'm like around the corner. So if I hear them, then I will separate them. Most of the time, Britney Spears is the innocent one. He's basically a sweetheart. He doesn't do anything. But Gila here, she's got alpha issues. She's like, bro, I want to push you around. She's like Rob Thomas in 1997. Oh, I will. I want to push you around. Oh, I will. Give me that. You better give me that. I want to tell you guys, these Chuck It toys, I know you guys have seen these in the store. You guys like go to the store and you're like looking for dog toys. These Chuck It toys, ooh, they're good. These things last a long time. I've probably had this for over 6 months now, and guess what? It's still here. That's a lot. That's like saying a lot for toys, because when you have Huskies, toys go out the door. You're all too familiar with it. Do your dogs want to play with your cat a lot? Do you have problems controlling that? For the most part, I have taught both of my Huskies to leave the cat alone. Now, there are times where they get curious. The cat will dash across the room and they're really interested. And what I do is I basically say no, and I raise my voice if the Huskies decide to do a little chase session. Now, I will say this, every once in a while, the cat really entices the dogs to play. It's almost like Rue, that's my cat's name. It's almost like Rue wants to play with my Huskies. He like comes out and does this thing where he lifts his butt and his back, and does that weird little like walk thing, and it's like, and his tail gets all bushy like he's a raccoon. If you have a cat at home, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Don't listen to me right now and be like, what is he talking about? You know exactly what I'm talking about. That is really weird to me because it's like the cat wants to play with the Huskies, and then I don't know how to react to that because I don't want them to get too rough. The cat has nails. I don't do declawing. I'm not into taking claws out of cats' hands, so if they did get into a fight, chances are the cat is going to wreck the Husky's face. Sorry, I don't know if you answered this question, so I'm gonna ask again. Oh my goodness, I just lost it. I'm going right back. If you didn't have Huskies, would you get a Golden Retriever? Diana, welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for asking and hanging out tonight. If I had to get another doggo, what would it be? Would it be a Golden Retriever? I will say I love Golden Retrievers. They are amazing dogs. In fact, they are like some of the nicest, sweetest sweethearts that ever sweethearted. But if I had to get another pupperoonie, I would probably get a German Shepherd. Those dogs are super awesome. Or an Akita. I actually was just talking to a viewer the other day. He said that he owned 2 Huskies and an Akita, and I was like, ooh, that would be awesome to own an Akita because Akitas are really, really pretty. However, I have heard that Akitas do have weird issues with, like hanging out with different breeds. They are mostly a dog that you should get by themselves. You should own like one Akita. So I don't know. The viewer was telling me it's totally possible. If you don't know what an Akita looks like, look up a Japanese Akita in Google. They are the fluffiest little teddy bears that have ever existed. I'm telling you guys, they are so cute. But I don't know. If I had to pick, probably those two. I do love golden retrievers, though. They are awesome dogs. In fact, I saw two golden retrievers in this gentleman's truck the other day, and they were so pretty. Like, they have probably the prettiest tails of any dog. Whenever you see a golden retriever just wagging that tail, it's just like, ooh, that is some epicness, my boy. All right, let's see what other questions there are. Every Husky owner would choose a German Shepherd. The German Shepherd owners would choose a Husky. That's probably true. Probably because they're really similar. German Shepherds listen way better than Huskies. They're way, way better at listening. And a little bit smarter in my opinion, but they're really similar in everything else. Yes, they are super fluffy. Any tips for house training older dogs? Yeah, totally. I have a video coming out on that in just a few days because I just explained how to house train younger pups when it comes to bringing home a Husky. I did a whole video on what you should do if you're bringing home a Husky, and I kind of went over some potty training stuff there. So I'm gonna definitely delve into the adult dog potty training world for you guys, because I know some of you aren't bringing home Husky puppies, but you are rescuing them and they're not pups no more, and you're like, 60, I need to know what to do with my rescue, and he's not a puppy, so stop talking about puppos. How do you go about when it comes to making a medical kit for your Husky? Lobo, that's a really awesome question. That is amazingly, that's like a crazy question. I have no answer for that right now because I don't have a medical kit for my Huskies. I basically just have all of the medical equipment in my closet mixed up with my stuff, but that's a great idea. I should totally put together a medical kit for my pups and then review it with you guys, show you what you should be putting inside of it, because that's an awesome idea. A Siberian Husky in your apartment. I always say that this is totally okay, but you have got to be, what is this? What is this butt action, miss? Just looking at me like, what? I just want to like sit on my brother, bruh. I just want to sit on his face. And Britney Spears is just like, can I just chew on this rope? This is basically the kind of behavior you guys get when you aren't watching. Like, this is what happens all day. Gila just wants to sit on her brother, and her brother just wants to be a good old boy. As I was saying, sorry to digress, my friends. If you have an apartment, I say it's completely possible to have a puppo, a Husko included. The thing is you have to be way on top of exercising them. More than you would if you had a home, because you're gonna be living probably on a second or a third story. If you're living on the first story, then lucky you, things are gonna be way easier. But if you're up high, then you're gonna have to walk those stairs every single time or go into an elevator, if you know what I'm talking about. Now, if you live in a city, it's probably really hard to have a Husky. Like if you're living in downtown New York City and you want to live on the 28th floor, I probably wouldn't recommend a Husky living in the city like that. It's not impossible. You can totally do it. You can totally get away with it. You just have to discipline yourself. That's the problem that most people have with Siberian Huskies. They're really the sweetest pups. They're not amazingly difficult. They do have some quirks that you have to learn about, but you have to discipline yourself. You have to make sure that you know what you're doing and that you can basically confront every problem as it comes and arises. Let me see. I just missed a whole bunch of blah, blah, blah. Coda just graduated his second 12-week obedience class, and he's finally getting loose leash 2. Jenny, thanks so much for joining the stream tonight and sharing that with us. Congratulations. That is awesome. Let's see. Can you make a video about washing Huskies? Because their fur is so thick, they don't get entirely wet. Bianca, thanks so much for the question. Yes, we can totally make a video about that. In fact, we plan on it because we're actually learning a whole bunch of new facts about Husky grooming. Now, if you guys aren't familiar with Husky Squad, they're an amazing Husky channel. I'm sure some of you guys are subscribed. They have some of the prettiest Huskies on YouTube. They have amazing, amazing grooming tips. And lately they've been talking about how the Furminator is not a good tool to use. Now, whether or not that's true, I don't know. I use the Furminator and my pups have never had any sort of damage done to their coat, but I am sure that there are some way better holistic ways to groom and wash your husky, and we're gonna be researching that really soon and bringing a video your way so you guys can figure out how to wash your Husko better. You know what I'm saying? Is it okay for a husky to be inside the house for the most part? For one, I don't have a fence yet, and it can be hot and humid in Mississippi. Yeah, I'd say if you live in Mississippi and you don't have a fence, you're completely fine. I live in Jacksonville, Florida, and I don't have a fence. And my Huskies do completely fine. It actually gets pretty cold here. The past few days, we've been living in some 30 and 40 degree weather, and the pups have been loving it. Now, that's not super cold to Siberian Huskies. They can live in 0 degree weather, but the colder it gets, the colder it gets, the more I'll take, because these guys are constantly having to hang out in an AC house. And that's just the problem. If you're gonna be having a Husko and you're living in a southern climate, you're gonna wanna make sure that you're taking them out all the time, but also keeping them in a cold AC house. See, we keep this house at about 73, 74 degrees all day long, so it's always pretty cold in here. I used to keep it colder in my last house, but since it's been cold here in Jacksonville, since the weather has been down, I haven't had to run the AC as hard, so it's been pretty nice. All right, let me get back to a few more comments here. Hey, I live in Trinidad, so don't talk about heat. Okay, touche there, Sanjay, touche. You're getting a Husky in a couple of years. Congratulations, that's really awesome. You're doing the proper things you have to do before you can get a Husky. The best thing that you can do for yourself, if you're gonna get a Siberian Husky, is educate yourself. Get on YouTube, watch these videos, and share them with your friends and your family. Get them interested in Huskies, because it's going to go a long way. You guys are going to learn so much just watching YouTube videos. It's gonna teach you exactly how to care for your Huskies. This is exactly why I like to make my episodes entertaining as well as informative, because I want you guys to learn how to properly care for these amazing, beautiful pups, and at the same time, have some fun. All right, look at these guys. They're all tuckered out. They're like, dude, when are we eating dinner? I thought that's what we were doing the live stream for. Bye, gotta go. Love you guys. Thanks so much, Peyton. We love you too. We appreciate you for hanging out tonight. It has been a blast. Another question, why do you call your YouTube channel 60 Formula? That's another question I get a lot. 60 Formula is a name I came up with a long time ago when I started the channel back in 2011. So that's 7 years ago. And when I started the channel, I was doing Nintendo 64 collecting. And I wanted to create a name that basically sounded like 64, like Nintendo 64, but didn't want to just have the name 64 in my YouTube channel. So I made something a little bit clever, just a little bit of a pun. So I did like 64 mula. You get it? You get it? So they had the word in the whole title. I'm dead. So enough of that. Let's go ahead and go feed these pupperoonies before I lose my voice. I'm talking so much here, and the pups are just sitting here chewing on some stuff. You guys hungry for dinner? You want some dinner? Come on, let's get some dinner. Let's do it. Let's do it. All right, let's get in here and see what's up. Ooh, what is this? Looks like 2 big puppy bowls that we should fill with some good food. All right, here we go. 1, 2. Now, this silver bowl right here is Gila's bowl, if you didn't already know, and this plastic bowl is Britney Spears' bowl. Now, Britney Spears has this bowl because he used to have a hard time eating. And what I mean by that is that he ate like 1,000,000 miles per hour. That's not good. If you have a dog that eats like 1,000,000 miles per hour, stop that. Buy one of these bowls, because it is dangerous. It's unhealthy to have your pup eating that fast. Okay, let's go ahead and put all this stuff right here. Let's get our dog food out. Now, the dog food I have been feeding the pups has been, what is this? Blue Buffalo. Now, Blue Buffalo, admittedly, this is not my very, very favorite food. But it's basically the one that I go to, the staple, because my dogs were basically bred on this. When I bought them from the breeder, they were like, hey, we use Blue Buffalo, so it's always a happy medium to go to. Now, I do prefer Canidae, and I do prefer Taste of the Wild, and I also do prefer Solid Gold. I have a whole list of which foods you should be feeding your Husky. We're going to be releasing that list in a few days. You feed Signature. That is a great brand. Let's go ahead and get this going. I would really like to feed them wet food too. It's just lately we just moved, and everything has been crazy, crazy expensive. Moving into this house has basically put us in the negative. We are like broke as a joke. Here we go, put a little bit of that. But that's just what happens when you move. When you're moving to new locations, you gotta spend the money, you gotta turn your electricity on, you gotta turn your gas on, you gotta do all the stupid stuff you don't wanna do, and then eventually, if you work hard, everything just goes back to normal. And that's basically what we're working on here. We've only lived at the new house for about 18 days, maybe 20. So, all right, this is Gila's bowl. Britney Spears' bowl. Okay, okay. So I feed them both about 2.5 to 3 cups. They get about 3 cups. It's basically 3 cups of kibble. Now, I would usually put a can of wet food right on top here. Mix it up a little bit. Wet and dry food is a great option when you're feeding your Huskies. Unfortunately, I don't have the wet food today to put on top. Otherwise, I would choose Merrick. Merrick has amazing wet food. If you can't get Merrick, because it is a little expensive, I encourage you to try Taste of the Wild. Taste of the Wild's wet food is absolutely great. I don't know, and I can't speak for their kibble because I've been hearing different things, but for the most part, their wet food is incredible. So if you guys aren't feeding your Husky wet food, look at these guys. They're like, ooh, baby, daddy, we ready. Let's eat. Let's do it. All right, let's put this on top of here. Let's go over here. Come on, guys. Let's move into the room and give everybody what they've been waiting for. So let's go ahead and put Gila's bowl down first. Let's go ahead and ask her to sit. Good girl. You stay. You stay. Let's go ahead and get Britney Spears' bowl and put it over here. Sit. No. Sit. Stay. Stay. All right, now we get stay. Got both dogs waiting. They're being patient. We're going to count down. 1. I guess we start at 3. 3, 2. What am I doing? 3, 2, 1. Go ahead. Good doggies. You guys are good doggies. Now, you guys see how I make them wait for their food every single night, how I go through this process, how every single night I put their food down and make them sit down, make them wait. They have manners. We have to teach manners to our pupperoonie pizzas because it's important. It teaches them how to be patient. These things transfer over to other things when you're doing Husky training. When you do these little practices every single night, when you make your Huskies wait for their dinner, you are going to be teaching them how to be patient. This transfers over to things I've been teaching you, like, hey, don't run out the front door. Hey, please don't bark. Hey, can you be patient and not have separation anxiety and go bonkers while I close this door for 3 seconds? Hey, Ava, how's it going? Thank you so much for joining the live stream. We really appreciate you. But as I was saying, this is going to help you. Doing these little things, these tiny little practices like this. People are always like, 60, you're going so crazy, man. You're being like a crazy, like, bossy person because you're making your dogs, like, sit and wait. My mom is always like, why do you do that? Why do you do that? It's part of the training process. When you implement these tiny little things into your daily routine and you do it every day, your dogs start to learn that there is a process to things. Not everything in your everyday life is like a crazy, wild adventure. And some people don't understand that. Some people don't understand that you have to take the time to effectively learn to communicate with your pup and say, hey, look, Dinner's good, and you can eat it, but you have to be patient. And that's what I try and help you guys teach your puppies, because it's going to go a long way. This type of effective communication, it's going to make the relationship between you and your pup be amazing. The last thing I want to hear about is people having terrible relationships because they can't control their pup. Their pup's going crazy. It's eating everything in the house. It's pooping all over stuff. It's eating all the sideboards. That's the last thing I want to hear. Your dog shouldn't be doing that sort of stuff if you are creating effective communication with your Husky. I promise. I promise. And you never have to take a belt to your dog. You never have to hit him or spank him or do anything like that. It's not necessary. You just have to learn how to tweak your strategy a little bit. Gila, you want some water, bubby? You want some water, bubby? Thank you so much for the kind words, Ava. We really appreciate you. You are awesome. You rule. And we really appreciate that you come and support the channel on a regular basis. It means so much to us. Getting the pups some water before they go out and do a potty. Now, I do encourage you, if you have a Siberian Husky puppo, or if you have just any Siberian Husky or any dog, you should be taking them out to go potty after every meal. It's just important. It's good practice. It teaches your pup, hey, after I'm done eating, I'm supposed to go put all the stuff in my belly out in the yard. Your dog is 13 years old. That's really awesome. Sounds like a really wise pup that knows a whole bunch of tricks. What are the best toys for a Husky puppy? And I love your YouTube channel so much. Lauren, thank you so much. We really appreciate the support. Really, we are humbled by all the support you guys are bringing our way. It means so much to us. What can we do? We're down on one knee. We're saying thank you. We really, really mean it. What are the best toys for a Husky puppy? Okay, best toys are going to be Nerf toys. They're also going to be the Chuck It toys. You can also get socks, but you have to be you have to like have supervision on your pup if you're gonna do socks. Because socks can tear up and your dog can eat them and eat strings, and you don't want that to happen. They are cheap toys. They are fun. You can tie them up in knots. I'll show you what a few of our sock toys look like in case you're wondering. So going through here, just looking around a little bit, we got one of these. This is the Nerf Tug. Now the Nerf Tug is really awesome because it's super durable and it's gonna last you a long time. Nerf has some of the best toys, in my opinion, when it comes to Huskies. This is a Kong Squeeze. Basically, they have two different kinds. One makes a squeaky noise and one just sounds like a crinkly bag of chips. They love them both. They're really durable. Here's the other Kong Squeeze I was telling you about. This one actually squeaks, and these are also really cool. So if you're getting socks, like I said, this is like one of the things you're gonna wanna do. If you tie them in knots like this, they become really fun. Your dog's like, look, I don't wanna play with toys right now because I gotta go poo-poo, boy. But yeah, make sure if you're gonna get your Husky some toys, get them durable stuff. Durable stuff is going to basically be worth like the most value you can get out of a toy, because I tell you, Huskies will take a plush toy, they'll rip it into 1,000 pieces in 4 seconds. One of the last toys I want to mention, the Wubba. If you guys don't have a Wubba and you have a Husky, what is going on in your life? Are you okay? You should definitely get a Wubba. These things are awesome. My Huskies like to play with this day and night. They toss them around. They go crazy. Usually they fight over them. I know Gila's like, bro, that's mine. I don't want to share that right now. Exactly. Wubbas are kind of expensive. They're made by Kong. They're really awesome. They have a squeaky part right here. As you can see, Miss Gila is squeaking it all day long right now. But they have a harder ball right up here. This middle part is squeaky, and then these things are easy to tug on. Now they do rip, you can see they break, so you'll have to replace your Wubba after a while. They're not the most durable toys. I will say they do last much longer than plush toys, but they're not made of mega plastic. So like I was saying, if you got a toy, you get in socks, be sure to tie them up in knots like this. He's like, put that on the ground, man. Put it on the ground. All right, Britney Spears, whatever. Those are the toys that basically we're rocking with right now. We have about 350,422 right underneath this couch right here. We always lose them because Siberian Huskies, they are infamous for going underneath your couch and storing all the toys. Do you see any? What's down here? Britney Spears is like, are we getting toys? I actually didn't see too many under there, so maybe we got some of them out recently. But yeah, those are some of the best toys. I would definitely go after Nerf, definitely check out some Kong stuff, and definitely check out Chuck It. Look at Gila. She's like, bro, I know there's a tennis ball under there. I know there's at least one. This is what they do all day. They're like, let's see how many toys we can shove. Hey, no dominatrix stuff. Lady, we're not dominatrixing tonight. That's not what the channel's about. No, 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 no. My palm stores his toys under our bed. Do you guys remember when Grover was singing Wabba Wabba? Absolutely. I can barely talk. My throat hurts. I'm so sorry. I can barely talk right now. My throat kind of hurts because I've been talking for about 40 minutes now, nonstop. But it's been so much fun hanging out with you guys. Let's see. I can answer a few more questions here. How do I retrain a puppy to go potty in another place of the house? Help. Okay, here's a big no-no in my opinion. Now, a lot of you guys, I'm sorry, you can't help it maybe, and that's okay. If it's something you can't help, then I understand. But in my opinion, you should never teach your dogs to use the bathroom on puppy pads inside the house. It's just not good practice. You're teaching your dog to go to the bathroom in your house, and I know a lot of people are gonna say, yo, bro, I work so much, I can't be home but just 1 hour a day. I understand. I know, but I really encourage you to go and hire someone to take your pup on a walk while you're at work. I know it costs money, but ultimately, would you rather have to clean up all the pee that sinks into your carpet and all over your stuff over the years than have someone just come by and give yo pup the walk of their life every single day? I'm telling you, it is worth it. If you love your dog and you really care about them and you really want the best for them and you're gone for long periods of the day, do yourself a favor, go on Google, look up people who can come to your house and take your pup on a walk. And if you don't feel comfortable doing that, let's say you're a super private person, you don't want anyone coming to your house, touching your pups and doing that kind of thing, going through all your stuff, I completely understand. I like to be private myself, but then if you are that kind of person, you're gonna have to consider going to a doggy daycare and dropping them off when you go to work. Now, I know I've kind of digressed a little bit on this, and everyone's like, what do I do when I want my dog to go into the potty in another location of the house? If you are at the end of your road and all you can do is use puppy pads, all you can do is this, then just move the puppy pads over to a different location wherever you want them, and then encourage your dog to go to the bathroom right there. Make sure you supervise them, put them on a leash, and try to encourage them to use the potty in that new location. And once they do that, go ahead, reward them, act like pottying unlocks the most insanely amazing, fun version of you that has ever existed. When they potty, pretend like the fair is coming and Christmas is happening 3 days in a row. That's the kind of person you want to be when your dog does something good, because it's going to make them super excited. They're going to be like, what did I do? And they're basically going to want to repeat that behavior over and over again. See, doggos, they are meant to make us happy. They love it. It's in their DNA. They are just like, I want this human to be satisfied with my performance. So just do yourself a favor. If your puppy's doing something good, you want to change their behavior a little bit, just encourage them. Say, hey, good boy, you did that. And it's likely they're going to repeat that behavior. How do I stop a stubbornness in my 7-month Husky? Can you be a little bit more clear on what you mean? Let me see that last question. How do you pet a dog without them thinking that they are alpha? That's actually a crazy question. You need to first establish that you are alpha, okay? And then once that happens, you should be able to pet your pup and they should be completely fine with you. If there is a struggle there, if your dog is mad that you're petting them, then there's an alpha struggle going on between you and your dog, and you're gonna have to figure that out. Hold on 1 minute real quick. Gila. Okay, sorry about that. You okay, princess? You tripped over Britney Spears' bowl. It's okay, you're okay. All right, let's clean up. Let's get all the bowls back to where they were going. Okay, who has Instagram? We have Instagram. So if you guys are having fun, and if you haven't already, you can stop by the Instagram. We have two. One is called Gila the Husky. The other is just our 60 Formula Instagram. And you can visit them both. We post there regularly all the time. Now the pups are getting ready to go outside. They're like, ooh, it's time to go potty. So I'm going to finish up the last couple of questions, and we are going to head out. As always, we really appreciate you guys hanging out with us. It's been so much fun. We love doing these live streams because we get to interact with our audience, all the people who come and hang out and view us every single day, and that's a super special thing to us all. So we really appreciate you guys coming tonight and hanging out. Let me see what the last few questions are, and we'll get to those real quick. I got them. Puppos are going outside real quick. Do people steal Huskies in America? Yeah, I would say yes. There have been cases where Huskies do. I mean, people steal Huskies. That is totally a thing. People in America steal all sorts of stuff, all sorts of dogs, not just Huskies either. I'm gonna go follow you right after this video, and you love the channel. Thank you so much. We really, really appreciate you for saying the kind words. Don't look at the penis going on. We're going potty. My 6-month-old Husky is easily distracted. I have to practice a lot in a distraction-free zone. That is a good point to bring up, because training your Husky in the house is completely different from training your Husky outside. Outside prevents tons of distractions, and moving your Husky to an outside distraction-filled area is a good way to start an introduction into off-leash training. A lot of people are like, hey, Huskies can't be trained to be off-leash, and I will argue that till the day I die. Gila is completely off-leash. We never have to have her on a leash when it's just her. If it's Britney Spears and her, then yeah, she needs to be on a leash. But for the most part, when it's just me and Gila, and we're just rocking and rolling, we don't have to worry about that. My thoughts on e-collars. A lot of people are like, hey, why do you support e-collars? You have e-collar links in your description. Why are you doing that? I absolutely support e-collars. I do. I don't support the bad use of them. When you are, here, come here, boy. Come here, boy. When people are using e-collars to shock their dogs, that is when it goes wrong. It's not supposed to be used for that kind of thing. E-collars are emergency tools. They're only supposed to be used if something crazy, like an emergency, something that doesn't happen that often, that's when you use them. You only use them for training otherwise. And when you use them for training, you don't ever use the shock feature. You only use the vibration or the sound feature. Now, a lot of new e-collars, they come with these vibration and sound features, and they don't harm your dog at all. It's not even negative reinforcement. It's just a noise or a stimulation, something tiny, to let your dog know, hey, I need your attention. Sometimes it's important to get your dog's attention, especially when you're dealing with a Siberian Husky and they have a crazy prey drive. It's easy for them to lose concentration on you. So if it is essential, you should be sending a little vibration or a little noise. A lot of e-collars just have a little noise, just like a beep. And that should send a signal to your dog saying, hey, snap out of whatever you're looking at, snap out of whatever you're chasing. People who grab e-collars and they put them on their dogs and they shock them to get them to stop barking, yada, 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 That is not how an e-collar should be used. Those are the people that give e-collars bad names. And unfortunately, e-collars have had a bad rep because they are tools that are used to harm pups for people who are irresponsible. Isn't that right, princess? So, to answer your question, we do support the use of e-collar training when it is done responsibly. We don't encourage anyone to basically buy one and be uneducated. If you are ever going to buy yourself an e-collar and use it on your dog, please, I encourage you, do weeks of educating yourself. Go on YouTube, watch videos. I have a ton of videos on YouTube about proper e-collar training. Go on there and check them out. Hey, no fighting, no dominatrix stuff. Go on my YouTube channel and check them out. And it really teaches you how to properly, do e-collar training without having to worry about, hey, am I doing the right thing? Give me that, you little crazy monster. You don't have to worry about, hey, am I doing the right thing? Am I doing the wrong thing? Trust me, go check out my videos. You won't regret it. All right, one last question, and then we are gonna dip. We're gonna dippity-doo-dah-day. The reason I was asking about Rachel Ray food is I'm hearing more and more peeps switching from the more expensive food to her food. That's really interesting. Now, what's funny is we do feed Rachel Ray food to Rue, our little itty-bitty kitty committee, and he actually really likes that food, so we've been feeding that to him. I didn't know that Rachel Ray had dog food. We haven't tried that yet for the pups, but I will look into it, definitely. Yo, Mischievous, thanks so much for stopping by. We really appreciate you. Thank you for continuing to support the channel. It means so much to me and the pups. Gila, how many times do I gotta ask you tonight to stop doing this? Stop it. Now. Thank you. Come. Now. Come. Sit. Hey, sit. No, good princess. Now give me your paw. And give me that other paw. And speak. Are you sorry? Are you going to start behaving? Tell everyone you're sorry for doing dominatrix. Say you're sorry. Give the other paw. And the other paw. Speak. All right, all is forgiven. All right, guys. What's the last question that we're going to answer tonight? I'm from Australia, Lauren, and would love to know the same thing. Ooh, did I miss a question? Oh, no. I use a vacuum better than a brush. Is using a vacuum better than a brush to blow them out, that is. Some dogs are very, very afraid of vacuums. So if you want to vacuum your pup, like take the vacuum, stick it up to them and get all that husky hair off. If your dog is totally cool with the vacuum noise, hey, more power to you. Get that vacuum up to your husky and suck all that excess hair off. But a lot of huskies, they are known to have little battle sessions with vacuums. Whenever I bust the vacuum out, and I will make a video one day, I actually think I already have one. Whenever I bust the vacuum out, they go absolutely insane. They aren't scared of it really, but they love to play with it in this weird way where they like to pretend like it's another dog. They start getting down on their front legs and barking. It is hilarious. Angelina, thank you for saying that. We're thinking about doing that soon once we get a little bit of extra money because it is mega, mega expensive to feed your Siberian Huskies raw. It really is. Raw food is something that's mega expensive in comparison to kibble. So you have to have a little bit of extra money tucked away in your sofa if you're planning on doing some raw feeding. All right, Britney Spears, can we drop a drop? Thank you, boy. Let's not do this anymore. See, this is what happens with some socks if you're not supervising. You don't want your husky eating this kind of thing. So when socks get to be this shredded up and they're looking like this, you're gonna wanna throw them away. That sock is basically done. Hold on, let me just check something in the feed real quick. My pup just barks at it even if it's not turned on. Montana Banana, what is up? Montana, are you a patron of ours? Did you donate money today? Because I'm pretty sure that we got yeah, that's what I thought. Thank you so much. We really, really appreciate you. You are going to be shouted out in the next episode. Trust me. We're going to shout out all our patrons. Tonight in the live chat, we already did. We took some time to say thank you, and I don't think you were here. Montana, thank you so much for donating and helping out the Husky community. Everybody say thank you to Montana right now. Everybody, Montana rules. You rock. And you are welcome for the helpful vids. We're always just trying to make cool stuff, entertaining and helpful videos that's going to just help you figure out how to get that Husky in a good old mood. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, everybody, for thanking Montana. I really appreciate it. So does Britney Spears. He's just like, hey, guys.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. It makes me real happy when you help us out.
You guys are all so sweet, and so are you. It really means so much to us. Again, you rock and roll. Grooming tips for summer. We're going to have a few grooming videos coming out soon, and we'll definitely go over that. I'm going to go over this whole entire live stream. When it's done, write down some good ideas for future videos because we're trying to get out like 2 videos every single day. I think the other day I posted 3 in a 24-hour period, so we're busting them out. We're working as hard as we can to bring them to you. I'm glad I stopped by, but you gotta go study. Thank you so much, Esteban, for stopping by. It means so much to us. We hope we see you in some future videos. Jennifer Pope, who was at the door? No one's at the door. The door has not rung or anything. Here's the front door.
Whoa, let's go to the front door.
they're like pulling this sock. Are you guys in like a tug of war session? What's going on here? What's up? Who's gonna win? Watch the booty. Watch the booty, cutie. Whoa. Here's the front door, though. I don't know. Is someone at my front door? No one's at my front door. You tricked me. Was that your wife? Their tails are so cute. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. That means so much to us. All right, guys, we gotta get going. I think we answered the last question here. I'm glad, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, basically, I think we got all the questions here that we were looking to answer tonight. If you guys have any final questions that you want to ask really quickly, go ahead and answer or ask them, and I will answer them as quickly as possible. But we're done eating. We're done hanging out. We got to make a video bright and early in the morning and bring it to you guys. We're going to try and have it around 10 a.m., maybe a little bit earlier. And then tomorrow evening, we'll be back to doing tips. Miss, come on. Come on. I know, Brittany is like, dude, we're just getting done with the live stream. Thank you so much for all the advice. You have helped me out a lot. You are so welcome, Lauren. I really appreciate you a lot. Thank you. That means so much that you come here and hang out. Thanks for all the Husco time. You guys are welcome. As always, what is your favorite trick that you taught your dog? Okay, that's a good final question. That's a good question to leave off with. What is my favorite trick that I have taught my dogs? Probably my favorite trick that I have taught my dogs is Gila, and it is to roll over. That's probably the best trick that I've taught. It's one that I'm most proud of because it is a difficult trick. There are other things that I think may have been a little bit harder. I just think when Gila rolls over, when she goes one way and I say roll over the other way and she does it the other way, it looks really impressive. It looks really cool. It's one of my favorite things, but I want to work with Gila, take her to a place and do some really advanced training with her and get her to do some crazy tricks so that once I go over all of the basic tricks with you guys and all of the Husky community has these dogs that are basically the most smartest dogs in the world, then we're gonna teach you how to do some crazy, insane tricks. That's gonna be the next step of the channel. So with that, I'm going to leave you guys alone for a little bit. I've been talking for about 1 hour now, but hey, we really appreciate you guys. We really love that you guys come and support us all the time. It really means so much. It means the world. And the pups, they are super duper duper thankful. Hey, come say thank you. Come say thank you. Gila, come here. She's like, no, bro, I do my own thing. Britney Spears. Say thank you, buddy. That's a good boy. That's a good boy. He said thank you, buddy. That's a good boy. From me and the Huskies, we really appreciate you, and we can't wait to see you tomorrow. He lost. She's like, dude, I am on a mission to ruin this live stream right now. All right, guys. As always, we will see you next time with another episode. Hey, come on now. Come here. Come here. Come here. Now, sit. Sit. Be a good girl. Sit. Thank you. And you sit too. That's a good distance away. Brother and sister. And that's how you can expect them to act. As always, guys, thank you so much. We really appreciate you watching. And we will see you next time with another episode of Yup, Whatever We Make. You have been a handful tonight. Say bye to Lauren. Say bye to the Husky community. She's like, no. Brittany, you say bye? You good Bowie. You say good Bowie. You say bye. You say goodbye.